friends, how you doing? Renato here from Brazil. And first of all, I want to say that I'm recording those videos to try to encourage you guys to try to speak more often, okay? I know that we are not native English speakers, we are just English learners. We're gonna do a lot of mistakes trying to speak, but this is how we learn, okay? Doesn't matter how many mistakes I'm gonna do, what matters is for you to understand what I'm saying, okay? So, I want to share with you some interesting story that happened to me today in the morning, because today in the morning I went into the roof of my house to fix some things there, and then I found there these two little coins, you know. Why I think that it can be interesting? Because those coins are from the 90's here in Brazil. The money back then was called Cruzeiro, okay? And the interesting fact is the hyperinflation that happened between those two coins. This is a good example of hyperinflation, of how this works in real life. Nowadays we don't have hyperinflation here anymore, thank God, but I remember that when I was a kid it was quite normal, you know. And so let me show you those coins. This first one is one Cruzeiro coin, okay, as you can see, one Cruzeiro, and this is from the 1990, okay, 1990, one Cruzeiro. And this another one is from 1992, 2 years later. And how much it worth? 100 Cruzeiros. Can you believe this? This one is 1 Cruzeiros, and this one is 100 Cruzeiros. This is a big difference for 2 years, right? Imagine this scenario. Today you have a coin that's worth $1, and in 2 years from now you're gonna have a coin that's worth $100. 100, okay? This is wild, and I think that this is a good example for people that live in countries that never had this kind of issue, this kind of problem with the financial system. And nowadays we don't have this problem here anymore, since the real took the place of the Cruzeiro. It seems that it worked, you know. I remember back in the days, it was something like 1995, and the real value was like $1, $1, okay? That was the plan, to equalize the real with the dollar. It worked for some time, and nowadays $1 worth like $1 worth 5 reals, okay? I know this, that we had this inflation, but nothing like this anymore, okay? And this is why bad politicians always say to the people, oh, I'm gonna raise the minimum wage, and people applaud, oh, these guys are so good for us, they are rising up the minimum wage. And it doesn't matter the minimum wage. What matters is how much you can buy with your minimum wage, you know. This is a good example, okay? So I want to thank you for watching, and I want you to try to speak more often. Don't be shy, and let's try to be more active, okay? Thank you very much. See you next time.